Hey everyone, Lawa-Na McClellan here with Lawa-Na Company at Keller Williams Coastal Lakes and Mountain Realty. I am here with Scott Mertens of Luminate Bank, and we are here with another update in our Clarity Housing series. This month, we chose Rochester, New Hampshire as our local hotspot to focus on. Scott, where are we going?
Well, we're going to have lunch at Revolution's Tap Room and Grill. Great venue, awesome food, drinks are amazing, tons of beers, and a lot of recreation upstairs too.
I've never been here, so I'm excited.
You should be. Rochester's a great place. Did you know this is the town I bought my first home in?
I would believe that.
Way back in 2004.
Well, it makes perfect sense. Rochester is attainable. It is a great place. A lot of first-time buyers flock to Rochester because of its convenience, its amenities. You have a downtown, you're close to major routes, hospitals, all of the things you really need, and you can afford it.
You get all of the amenities of the Seacoast, but the price point's a little bit lower. It's also a targeted community for New Hampshire housing, which means you don't have to be a first-time home buyer to use New Hampshire housing financing here. But let's get some food first. One of my favorite places. Let's head on inside.
Awesome. Let's check it out. Thank you, sir. Hey guys, I'm here at Revolution Tap Room and Grill. I'm here with Mark, the owner, and this is my first time here at this place, and I've clearly been sleeping on the Rochester restaurant bar scene because nothing to be disappointed about here. I'm here with Mark, he's the owner, and Mark, we have a few questions for you.
Sure.
Spoke to you for a moment before. You are not from the area, but you decided to open up your restaurant here. So tell us a little bit about what made you pick North Main Street in Rochester, New Hampshire to open up this establishment.
I thought Rochester was in need of a good place. Most people would gravitate to Portsmouth 10 years ago, and the idea was if we put something of Portsmouth quality here and cut out their ride, would we be successful? And
I think you proved
knock
yourself.
on wood, 10 years we've been successful.
Good Lord.
Thank you.
Think you proved yourself. Guys, I had the Brussels and the wings. Malachi and Scott had a pie. The food is phenomenal. I'm really impressed by this establishment. I've heard about it. I've never ventured out here to come here. Do you have any intentions on opening another spot?
None whatsoever.
Shit. I'm just kidding. Well, Rochester, you're lucky. This is a great spot. If you haven't checked it out, and if you're not from Rochester, you should check it out because it's a really good atmosphere, great spirits, great options for beer, whatever you like to drink, and then the food, again, phenomenal. So you can't really go wrong. Mark, we appreciate your time. Allie behind the bar was phenomenal. She is from the West Coast. She had nothing but great things to say about the area. Her husband's in the military. And yeah, check it out, guys. All right, guys, so for this month, we chose our own development that we have listed at Lawa-Na Company, 10 Pines at 10 Rod Road. These are 55 plus condos here in Rochester, New Hampshire. There are 72 when the project's complete, garden style condos. They are about 1,100, just under 1,100 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath each, all modern finishings, luxury vinyl plank, granite, white cabinetry with crown, beautiful units. We have 0 available right now, but within the next month, we will have 8 more units available, 4 lower units and 4 upper units. There are 16 left till we are completed here at this project. This is arguably one of the best values in the Seacoast. They start at $284,900. That's where the last units are going to be sold at, and they're just a lot for your money.
It's a great number. It really is. You know, this project's a bit unique. Lawa-Na and I collaborated in the beginning about how to get financing on these units. The declaration for condominium was recorded way back in the 90s, and the intent was to build this out as one project. And they didn't phase it appropriately for financing. So those of you that are interested in this project, you're going to need a slightly different piece of financing, usually portfolio. So if you've got questions, reach out to Lawa-Na, reach out to me, and we can discuss what that looks like.
Absolutely. When the project started back in the early 2000s, that's when the first phase was completed. Those were 40 units that were completed at that time. Back in 2021, my developers acquired the remaining 32. Again, we've moved through 16. We have 16 left to go through. Financing is doable. We have established relationships with banks, and of course, at a certain point when we're nearing completion, Scott is able to hop in for more traditional financing.
Yeah, but let's wrap it up. It's starting to rain. Come on, let's get inside.
All right, so I'm going to show you an upper unit. Let's go take a look at these guys. So as you come in, you can see these are beautifully, beautifully finished. Vinyl plank flooring, very airy, open concept, mini splits. These are all Energy Star certified units. 2 very spacious bedrooms, a nice big bathroom with linen closet, in-unit laundry for a full-size stackable, stainless appliances, white cabinetry, soft close, granite countertops, and crown molding. Go check it out. Hey guys, here we are with our market update for the city of Rochester.
Clarity in Housing coming to you with a new community, Rochester. You know, I mentioned this before, but it was the town I bought my first home in. Lots of first-time home buyers up there. What's going on in the market?
So average days on market for Rochester, hovering right around 32 days. The median sale price, $390,000, which is a little bit down from last year actually.
Interesting.
At this time, and that might be a little challenging for sellers, but it definitely opens up opportunity for buyers, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Rochester is up and coming. There's a lot of development happening there, and there's great opportunity for people to enter the real estate world.
Yeah, how many, we just went over this, how many listed right now?
35 active single family homes, 10 condos, and 9 multifamilies.
Okay, so we've got a good property mix. It's still a great opportunity for first-time home buyers in that market because of where the median home sale price is, right?
Sure.
Your money goes a little further. You get all of the amenities of the Seacoast. They just built a brand new school out there too on Salmon Falls, I think too. So you're talking a lot of schools available there. It's a targeted community for New Hampshire housing, which means you don't need to be a first-time home buyer to use New Hampshire housing in that community, which is amazing. And for those that are kind of keeping score, New Hampshire housing's rate today, 6.125 on a 30-year fixed, which is great news. Hopefully a harbinger of things to come for our buyers.
For sure. I mean, I feel like buyers, Rochester as a whole is a great opportunity for you to acquire. If you're looking to build a portfolio, I feel like that's a great place to start, acquire multifamilies,
Zero
condos
vacancies.
Even. Yeah, I mean, it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the community. Development tends to move north and west from the Seacoast, so down 101 up 16.
Mm-hmm.
And Rochester's always been that area where people kind of go to, and then during the last recession, it retracted a little bit. Values were hurt. The growth, I think, is much more sustainable now than it was previously.
It is, and I think that also has a lot to do with the revamping of like the downtown and the Ridge. And, there's a lot more amenities, if you will, that makes it more attractive, and all of the things that you kind of need to sustain everyday life.
Yeah. So how would you compare Rochester to the macro Seacoast market right now?
I mean, in general, like I feel like price point wise, clearly there's a vast difference in that, but
Yep.
amenity wise, I feel like, you're it's creeping up. Like I feel like it's starting to rise to the occasion. It's taken Dover's spillover.
Yep.
I mean, I think,
Barrington has been kind of outpriced. Some of those surrounding communities that people used to go to have kind of gotten overpriced. So Rochester is still a
mhm,
great opportunity for people to purchase. There's inventory. There's flexible inventory as far
yeah,
as property type goes. There
and the
might be some
price
price.
range.
Yeah.
It's a vast like spread
Yeah.
in the price.
You would see it. I mean, we've done one in Rochester as low as 170,000. I think I just did one for 775. So that
Mhm,
median in 390 is probably representative of a diverse market, I would say.
100%.
Yeah. And I know there's a lot of inventory, so that means opportunity for our buyers. The other opportunity for buyers is kind of centralized in that mortgage rate environment.
Hmm.
We just had Powell out in Jackson Hole, and, the Fed chair kind of intimated that maybe inflation has moderated enough and maybe the job market is stable enough that there could be future Fed cuts as early as September. Saw a report this morning. It's an 84% chance that the Fed cuts in September. Now, listeners, keep in mind the Fed cuts short-term interest rates, not long-term rates.
Hmm.
Mortgages tend to follow long-term interest rates, aka 10-year Treasury. But I think if you surveyed a bunch of loan officers that were in the know, the majority of them would tell you that we're still in a declining rate environment. I know Mal's going to put up a chart right here over my shoulder soon, and it's going to show a 90-day trend of mortgage-backed security pricing where that price has gone up, which means interest rates have come down. The two big movers we had, last Friday, you may have heard this, we had a pretty awful jobs report, okay? And it wasn't so much the jobs created in that month, but it was the revisions from the 2 months prior. And we're only averaging like 35,000 jobs added. And when you start to see the labor market slack, that's when interest rates decline. The other thing that we happened again were those dovish comments by Chairman Powell at the Jackson Hole speech last week that basically has kind of put this belief in the market that we are moving towards lower interest rates. We know the White House wants lower interest rates, but again, Fed independence means that President Trump doesn't get to do exactly what he wants to do on policy, which I'm grateful for. That's why we have a division of powers. So, as a lender, I'm kind of optimistic that we're going to start to see lower rates. We're going to start to open up more opportunities for some of those buyers that maybe have been frozen out for the last 24 to 36 months.
Yeah, and I do feel like as a whole, buyers are starting to come back to the market, like in no matter what. Like I feel
Yeah.
like people are just like starting to come back out. I'm working with some buyers right now who have been sitting on the sideline for a while, which we've been encouraging them to come back to the market and start shopping because we are seeing some price adjustments. We are seeing some movement in the rates. And so
So how about this? What do you think about a strategy to be a buyer in October, November, or December?
strategy to be a buyer in October, November, December. I mean, you're likely going to face less competition during
Yep.
those months because people are getting back to school, you're creeping up on holidays. So, as far as being a buyer in those months, I feel like you have more opportunity to negotiate. The
Yep.
rates could potentially be coming down, as you just stated.
Yep. Sellers, it's usually not a strategic time to sell. So you're
Correct.
usually dealing with motivated sellers. Nobody aims to get their home ready for market in October, right? So some of these properties have maybe lingered for 100 days, 70 days. I did see a stat one time that October, it has the lowest list price to sale ratio of any month in the calendar year. So if you haven't transacted and you've been thinking about it, let's refresh your pre-approval. Let's get you in touch with an educated buyer's agent and see if we can't make you a homeowner before the end of the year.
That sounds like a great plan.
Let's do it. For more, keep an eye on Clarity in Housing. Scott Mertens, Luminate Bank, Lawa-Na McClellan, Keller Williams, Lawa-Na Co.
Nice.
Got it.